Over the next while, I'm going to be showing you recipes from my new book, More Midweek Meals. So the first book, Midweek Meals, was so popular, and thank you so much for all your support. So published by Gill Books, 100 recipes, and they're all brand new recipes. So we have 4 new chapters. We broke it into 4 different chapters, and I'll just go through it very, very quickly with you because I'm going to cook one of them. Roast and tin, so that's kind of like a one-tray dinner, which is fantastic, and you don't have to use any pots or pans. Everything goes onto the tray into the oven, and it can be done within 30 to 40 minutes. Then the next one is home comforts, and that's where this recipe is from. It's a pasta bake with some sausages. I'm going to show you that in a moment. All-time favorites. So that's actually one of my favorites, to be honest with you, and it's absolutely delicious. And then the next one is make ahead. So if you're stuck for time and you want, you're under a little bit of time pressure, this one is perfect. So we've beautiful photography. So if you come in, you can see different photograph, different recipe. So my thanks to Joanne Murphy and the whole team. Now that's what we're going to do today. So these are the pasta shells with some sausages. I'm going to show you how to make your own little kind of sausage meatballs. We'll get going to cook a little bit of onion first. So I'll just show you how to chop a little bit of onion. One of the most basic things, but one of the most asked questions I get in the cookery school. So I'm using some red onion. It's lovely and sweet. Put a little bit of oil in the pan before I just chop this. And I'm using some nice rapeseed oil. So we have a lovely mixture of Irish and Italian ingredients. So that's a lovely rapeseed oil from Wicklow. So I've just peeled the onion, and you're going to go 3/4 to the end of the onion. And using a good sharp knife, and then you make a couple of incisions in here. So just watch the fingers now when you're doing this. Don't take your eyes off it. So this would have been one of the first things that I would have done when I was learning to be a chef, or training to be a chef, should I say, was chopping. So you can see that lovely dice there. So then what you do is just literally when you get to the end of it, just kind of bring it in and curve your fingers. So if you just look at the technique when you're chopping, you curve your fingers and then you just literally bring it in like that. So you do. So same for this here, just the end. Peel the red onion, and we're going to cook this off then. Okay. So just bring over your board and just slide this all in here. Now you want to hear that nice sizzle. You can put a little bit of butter in. It's one of the few recipes that I don't use butter. But it's a lovely little recipe, and it's really quick and delicious. So we're going to literally put the rest of the onion in. So that's one, kind of like quite a large onion, so it was. Going to just literally cook this off for a minute. A little touch of salt, and then some black pepper. So we're not looking to get any colour, just to start the cooking process. Perfect. So a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Nice high heat. And what we're going to do is we're going to spread this over the base of a kind of like oven to table dish, which is perfect. So I'm going to spread the red onion on that in a moment. The pasta, we're using these pasta shells, and these are the conchiglione, and I'll just show you. If you come in here nice and close, and you can see the lovely texture. So the bronze dye is an actual plate that they push the pasta through that catches the sauce, so there's lovely texture. So this process and this pasta is made outside Naples. I've got the meat, the producer, and I've literally just cooked it in boiling water and salt for about 4 to 5 minutes. So it's not fully cooked because it needs to go back into the oven. Now, so just give them a nice little stir there, nearly there. So I'm not looking for colour. If you were stuck for a little bit of time, you could use a little bit of red onion marmalade, which would be delicious. I'm going to talk to you about the sausages we're going to use. And this is them here, spring onion and black pepper. So we have 2 of them here. I'm going to show you to make them into these tiny little meatballs. So I'll show you a little tip just how you can shape them. And we're going to use the same pan that we've cooked the onions on. So that's the onions. And then just literally spread them all over just the dish there. Perfect. Now, so I'll just turn that off just for now. So just with the spatula, that works really good. Now, that's the first layer. Now for our sausages, which we're just going to pan fry. Just keep the pan nice and high there. Scissors to remove the skin. This always isn't the prettiest thing, but honestly, these are so delicious. And when you're doing this here, just use the scissors just to remove the outer skin or the coating. Of course, you can get some nice sausages, so you can some meatballs if you want to, but I think these pork sausages are delicious, and they're made in Monaghan using good quality Irish pork. So there's a little bit of spring onion in this. So I'm going to show you now how to shape them. So on the pan that we've cooked the onions, no need to wash the pan. Obviously afterwards you would. We just literally put these, and I'm going to show you how to do this now in a moment. So I just put them onto some parchment paper. So this is a full pack of sausages that I prepared here. Okay, now here's the wee tip. A little bit of cold water, and then literally what you do is you break it in 3 and you kind of shape it like that. So just like that, just a tiny little shape like that, perfect. And they're going to go onto the pan. Again, dip it in water. Not too much, you only just want to just kind of helps the sausages kind of just shape and just slide in your hand. And then just break these into 3. So you can use lots of different flavoured sausages. If you like chilli, different spice, some with fennel, so you can mix it up a little bit. Lovely. Yeah, so that's that done. Always wash your hands. I'm going to just put a little bit of oil in this in a moment, but just after doing your touching raw meat, you've got to always wash your hands. Right, so we just want to turn up the pan a little bit, and we're going to put a little bit of oil, only a small amount. And you can hear that sizzling there. So we're not going to fully cook. What we're going to do is we're going to lightly cook and just give them a little bit of colour. Perfect. So good hot pan, same pan as I cooked the onion, which is exactly what I want. Now. And then you see that lovely caramelization. Like that's perfect there. Like they're still going to be raw in the centre, but then they need to go back into the oven to cook through with that lovely sauce with the pasta. So it's a really economical, delicious meal. You can do this with beef meatballs if you want to, but I think the pork is delicious and lovely and soft, so it is. Okay, just while they're sealing off, I'm going to turn down the heat. We're going to use this lovely tomato mascarpone sauce, which is really lovely and creamy, using some beautiful Italian tomatoes. So this is going to just go over the base of the red onions, and just using the spoon, kind of just spread that over there, just right to the edge. And you can put in different vegetables if you want to, like peppers, butternut squash, pumpkin, that kind of thing. It's actually gorgeous. And here's the fun part. These are the pasta shells which we blanched off. We're going to literally just arrange these just around. So you can see they're not fully cooked, but they're pliable. And I forgot to tell you that I just ran cold water to stop them from overcooking. So it just makes them a little bit easier to put the little sausages in there. Now, so this can be a great little recipe that your kids can help you. You just cook the pasta, get them shaped in the little meatballs, sausage meatballs, and then all you got to do is have a little bit of fun filling them here. Lovely. So it's a really, really lovely kind of family recipe. I'm just going to make sure we have enough there. We can always add more. And it's the texture, that bronze dye pasta is absolutely fantastic. So just give them a little shake. And you can see they're still raw, which is exactly what I want. Now, here's the fun part. You just literally place them into the centre of the blanched pasta, not the fully cooked pasta. You can be a little bit fiddly, but sure, that's part of the fun. So, conchiglione is the name of this pasta. These beautiful big pasta shells. And I got to make the meet the producer just outside Naples, it could be 6-7 years ago, who produces this pasta. And of course the tomato sauce is from Italy, sure. It's in their veins, isn't it? That beautiful tomatoes, those beautiful tomatoes. Now I'm going to get 2 more of the pasta shells. So let me see, there's 2 nice ones there. Lovely. So they're cold enough to handle, as you can see. So that's why it's really important, if you can, to put cold water over them. So about maybe 3 to 4 minutes is all you need to blanch off the pasta. Lovely. Now, next thing is the rest of our tomato sauce. So this is the mascarpone one, so you're just going to drizzle this all over. It's going to keep them really lovely and moist. So the red onion, the pasta, your lovely little sausages there, shaped into meatballs. And I'm using the spring onion one, which is really gorgeous. Cheese. Some buffalo mozzarella, which is delicious. So that's what I'm using there. The PGI logo, made from buffalo milk. Really, really delicious. And then we're going to cut this into nice big cubes. You can use the little mini buffalo mozzarella balls if you want to. So this is going to give lovely creaminess. And then we're going to put some Parmesan cheese and pesto, and that's it. It's as easy as that. I love the way I'm trying to put these little pasta shells at the end, because they're going to catch, and you're going to see the one I'm going to take out in a moment. And when I mean catch, they're going to be lovely and crispy, and they're going to give you a beautiful texture. Okay, some fresh basil pesto. Just give it a stir. So Drizzle that all over there. Plenty, be generous. I love basil, it's one of my favourite herbs. And in the pesto, even this with some fresh pasta is delicious. So this recipe is from a new book, as I said, and it's from the Home Comforts. So it's quick, delicious, great one to get all the family in cooking. And I think this book is going to be a great success. People are going to use it. So there's lots of, as I say, 100 brand new recipes. So thanks to Orla, Broderick, Gill and everyone who helped with the book. Lots of parmesan. And that's it. It's as easy as that. Goes into the oven at 180, so I have already one done. So I'm going to take it out. So I'll just go over there. And for about 20 minutes, I'll just show you the one we've in here. Here's one we made earlier. Now. So there we go. Place that at the centre of the table. Let everyone help themselves. So make sure the sausages are cooked. That was in there for about 20 minutes because the little kind of pork meatball sausages weren't too big. The pasta was blanched off, and you see that lovely kind of crispiness there, if you can see that there, Melda. That lovely crispiness, and then that pesto and that beautiful mascarpone sauce. A little bit more parmesan, should have done that. And if you want to serve that with a little bit of crusty bread, a little bit of salad, a little bit of wilted spinach or whatever you want. But even on its own, it's delicious. So that's my pasta bake. That's that lovely sausage meatballs. Stuff in the conchiglione and that lovely tomato sauce and the mozzarella. So I hope you try this from a new book, More Midweek Meals. That's it there. So happy cooking, and I hope you enjoy this recipe.